Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again. I'm back for another crafty video. Sorry, I've got a really squeaky chair today for some reason. So, we're going to be making some Christmas decorations today, and we're going to do it with a bit of a utilitarian twist. I don't know what this is about, but that's what we're going to be doing. But we're going to have a look at two more kits. Now, I'm not going to use them in the projects that I'm doing today, but I will be using them later on in some other projects. So we're going to have a look at Fantasy. Now Fantasy has 23 pages. I think somebody's asked me why I have random numbers. I make a kit until I'm kind of bored of making it, without sounding odd, but and it's however many pages it is, and I'm rubbish at editing. I'm rubbish at saying what bit needs to stay in and what bit needs to stay out. So I'll just give you what I've got. So this is Fantasy. So it's a mixture of backgrounds and panels mainly. Okay, so this is one of the backgrounds, another background, another background, and another background. You can have them obviously whichever way up you want. So we've got another background, and then we've got some panels. So these are like panels of things that you can use as either page bands. You know, I don't like the belly band term. Sorry, it really struggled to say it, let alone use it. So you can use it as that, or you could use it for backgrounds on tags, or you can use them as tags in their own right, or bookmarks, or however you want to, or just as, you know, pages, however you like. Then we've got some that are a bit more decorative, featuring kind of Victorian fantasy kind of imagery. Then we've got some like collage pages, more panels. Then we've got a two-half thing, so this is ideal if you want to make it into a page. Some more panels, although they're kind of panels within, like, they could be one, you know, you're looking at it through like bars maybe, or you can have it as panels, like I say. More panels, but this is more of a background style one, but I'm not going to limit you by saying what I think you should do with them. Again, more panels here, so they're kind of like scenes panels. Again, this was just created from kind of my imagination, so hence the reason why it's a bit fragmented. So, and again, more panels on that one. Not so easy to see, but they are different panels there. Again, more of the same ilk. That was I was trying to create that look of like it being rolls of paper, and I don't know that I've managed to do that, but I'll leave you to be the judge of that. More panels again, but again, you could use it as one entire strip. Again, same with this, and with this, and with this. I love the little grumpy animal there. Got a bit carried away with doing the grumpy animal. And we've got another one there. So that is Fantasy. Like I say, that is 23 pages, and it's called Fantasy. I'll link my Etsy down in the description. For some reason I'm starting to cough now. And then this one is Pomander. So this one is obviously based around oranges and a spice and that sort of thing, because that's what pomanders are. Well, they're basically oranges and cloves, aren't they? So let me just have a quick drink of water, because otherwise I think my voice might disappear. So again, this is one of those ones that's a mix of things, but we've got a lot of page backgrounds that you can use elements from. So these are all, like I say, orangey, spicy things. There you go, we've got an element there. And obviously these are great if you're going to shrink them down, you make them into tags. You know, it's a kind of a completed tag. I wanted to kind of get that whole kind of, you can almost smell clovey oranges, although I mean that might be linked to the fact that I've got a candle burning, but it's a gingerbread candle, so I'm trying to get myself in a Christmassy mood. So like I say, there's lots of background images, and then we've got more focal points. Oh, we've got some upside down ones. These are Australian ones, obviously. I think it's that way up. It is that way up. Sorry, didn't check the orientation of these before I started. There you go. See, should have done. Oh, yes, they're definitely Australian ones. Australian to me, I mean, if you're in Australia, you probably think England is upside down. So there you go. They're all gonna. I shall just turn this bit round. You watch; they'll all be the wrong way up now. So like lots of. I love traditional kind of, you know, the opulence of fruit and natural colours and things that you get from this kind of thing, you know, pomanders and sprigs of, what are they called? What's this called? Pine, not pine, evergreen, that's it, and ribbons and that sort of thing. And there we go. So that's the whole of, that's the pomander. So, like I say, 37 images there, and, well, there might not be 37 images. What happened was, the reason why they don't have any covers, we ran out of paper. So, so hopefully the whole kit is there. If not, it's a sample of. So, today we are going to make some of these decorations. So we're going to make one of these, because this is, we're going to make this, and it's really easy to make. I'm going to make one of these in a utilitarian style this time, and we're going to make some stars. So again, really simple things to make, and I'm just going to show you how. So let's start with the ball. What you need is, you will need 20 circles. Okay, so the first one, this one, is slightly smaller, and I'd made this using my punch that's on its last legs. I've tried to sharpen it, and it started to chew things and get stuck and all of that. So I made that with this, and you need 20 circles. Well, actually you need 21. Okay, so you 20 circles will make the item, and the extra one is your template for making the shape, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay, so that first one was made using this size, which is 2-inch size, and these are being made with 2.5. These weren't cut with a punch. I cheated. I didn't cheat, because that's what it's there for. I used my Cricut to cut these. So you need, like I say, 21. So you want 20 of them in the design that you want, and then an extra one. So I just cut an extra one out of just some random scrap paper that I had left. Okay, so this is the piece from under the project I've been working on. So I've started folding them, and I'm going to show you how to make the shape, the template to fold against. Okay, so what you're going to need is, you're going to need a circle the same size, and you're going to fold it in half initially, and then you're going to open it out, and then you're going to turn it around, and you're going to fold it the other way, and you're going to match those two fold lines up, so you get a crosshair in the middle. So you get this line in the middle, and then what you need to do is, you need to fold the sides in, so the top of the circle touches the middle. That's your initial fold, and then when you fold the next one, you're going to fold it so that it meets on the corner and touches the middle, and then the last one, it'll meet on both corners and touches the middle. And you get that shape, and you get a triangular shape from a circle. Who knew? So once you've got that, that's the shape at which you're going to fold against. So all you need to do is, you take your circle, you put your triangle in it. I'm trying to preserve as much of the writing. So all I've done, the only difference with these is 10 of them have been folded this way up, and 10 have been folded this way up. So, well, 10 of them have been folded this way up, and 7 so far have been folded this way up. So we're going to fold the last 3 together. So you're going to pop it on there, and then what you're going to do is, you're going to fold the first line up against that triangular flat edge. Yeah, and you're just going to fold it over. Okay, then you're going to turn it round, then you're going to take the next side, and you're going to fold that over, and you want to make that point meet there as much as you can. You might see like this, it's starting to poke out, and that will happen, don't worry about it. It's got some give on it, so some of these don't quite meet in the corners and some of them do, and some, you know, are bigger gaps than others. Don't worry about it too much. It's quite forgiving. I'll tell you now, that wasn't perfect. Okay, and once you've done that, that's it. That's the shape that you need. So you take your template out, and you can just give that a bit of a fold, and that's it. That's the shape that you need. So you're going to take another one. We're just going to do that together. It doesn't matter which way up you want it. If you want it this way up, you might want to use the arc of the circle, not the arc of the covenant, the arc of the circle, to give you a bit of a guidance. You see how it's not quite bending at the same place here. It's not going to, because it's got further to go. It's going to wrapping round what you've already got there. Turn it round, fold the next edge over, turn it round to the third one, fold it over, and there's no scoring or, you know, making it accurate or anything like that. We're just literally hand folding today. I've got 2 more left. I must have only done 6. So on there, fold it up against one side, turn it round, fold it up against the other side, turn it round, fold it up against the other side. There we go. And it being a triangle, there are 3 sides. So last one, line it up, hold it in place. That's all you're doing, is you're just holding it in place. Fold it up against that side, kind of just easing the first side in. Turn it round, just hold that bit now closed with your thumb. Fold it up. You could get the kids doing this for you. In fact, this is something you could definitely do with the kids, because this is so easy once you've done it, and it's yet so effective. And there you go, and you just open it up, and inside we take that out, and that's it. And that's all that is. That's just your template. So this will also then dictate to you, if you want to put panels on it, how big your panels need to be. So this is the exact size of the triangle inside, which comes to, it's about 2 3/16. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut panels, so just triangles that sit nicely within that space. So I've actually cut them at 1.75 on my Cricut, because it's easier, and so they can sit inside, and I can decide whether I want to put those in or I don't want to. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to use the panels or not on this one. So now we're going to come to the assembly. So the assembly is really, really simple. So first of all, you want to take 10. So I'm going to take 5 of these. I'll take 5 of those. Okay, so we've got 5 of those, and then we're going to take 5 of these. And then you're going to just lay them. Now, if you're using all the same, so this was all the same colour, if you're using all the same, you don't need to do any alternate things, but I'm going to put these in alternately. So you're going to have them, one sitting with the flat bit up at the top, and one with the flat bit down at the bottom. So I'm just going to make sure that they go in alternately like that. And like I say, this is just the 10. So you need 20 of these, because that will go all the way round. Actually, let's take that one out, because that's got writing on. Put that there. And then that one can go there. Oh, that's the wrong way round, Dave. That goes there, that goes there, and that one goes there. So we're going alternate. Yeah, so that's our alternates. Okay, so then what you need to do is you need to glue them. So you're going to be gluing these 2 round bits together, okay, like this. Now they might marry up perfectly and they might not. Okay, it doesn't matter, don't stress about it. That one is not perfect, but it's perfect to me. And then you're just going to glue it down with some glue. So put it flat down, that way then the inside is perfect, it's perfectly flat. Okay, and that'll just help you build the shape. So you're going to stick those two bits together. Stick a peg on it if you want to, just to hold it in place, and then do the next panel. So we're going to do all of these panels now until we get to the end of here. So then I will tell you what to do next. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these in. I don't know whether I'll choose to speed it up or not. That's something I will think about in post-production. So, but like I say, you just want to make sure that these are glued down. Now, don't worry about having to go all the way to the top of the circle. What you want to make sure is that this bit, this flat edge, is glued. Yeah, you don't want to go inside at all. There's no glue inside it. You're not going to see it. It's not going to matter. So you're going to pinch that. You can move your peg over now. Okay, and we're just going to keep putting the glue on that same touching panel. So it's a flap. So it's a bit like, it's like a box, but where the tabs that you would normally have on the inside are on the outside. So it's like an inverted style of box. Now, I don't know, I've never tried to make it, but I'm sure you could probably make it so all the flaps are on the inside. So I haven't tried that. Maybe that's something to try later. Not now on camera. Although I've only just thought about it, so maybe that's something. My brain's now going, oh, give it a go, Dave. And that's how you should be feeling about any kind of craft that you do. Just give it a go. Didn't put as much over on this side. So sticking those together. So if you get the arcs lined up, then the rest of it will line up nicely. Oh, that one's just gone completely AWOL. So what you want to do is line these bits up, yeah, and then this bit will line up anyway. But you're lining those bits up because that's the bit that you're going to see aesthetically. That's the bit you want to kind of get more of, get more aesthetically pleasing, I guess. No, it's not really what I was trying to say, but who knows what I was trying to say. Answers on a postcard, that is. Nobody has any idea what I'm trying to say, not even me. So, like I say, gluing all the way along. So we'll do the star after this. So that'll be in the next part of the video. Because they're both so easy to make. I can do them both in the same video. Just going to do the last one. Pinch that together, move the peg over, and there we go. So that's those. Okay. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make so you're just going to put that to one side, and now you're going to make the other bit. So you're going to have, because you've got 5 left, you're going to have 3 in one grouping and 2 in the other. That's or if you're doing them all the same pattern, you won't be doing this. You just want 5 and 5. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. How have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who knows what? I don't know why I've got an extra one there. Goodness only knows. So now what you want to do is you want to glue these together. Now these aren't, because they're going to be in a group of 5, they're not going to be line up perfectly with your if you've got, you know, different panels. So if you've got different panels like me, you're not going to get an alternate all the way around. So you just need to be aware of that. So don't get panicky about it, thinking, oh, it's gone wrong. It hasn't. It's fine. So this time we're just going to glue the panels together now. Again. And this time we're going to have to be the first panel you're going to glue together like this. We're going to take the peg off there and put that on there. And this time we're going to have to pick it up off the the surface, okay? And that's because we're going to create like a cap, and that's going to be our top and our bottom. So we're going to need to lift it off the surface, and now we're going to glue this panel to this panel, and they'll stay flat. You can have them flat on here for now, but you're not doing it in the same pattern. It's just when you come to glue the last two panels together, it will be a dome rather than a flat thing. This is, at the moment, this is a flat thing. So you can just use it on, lean it on the work surface to help you get that right. But it's just when you come to gluing this last one in, it won't be flat. Let's move that round. Let's glue that panel in. And if you've got patterned paper and you want to make sure that the orientation is right, then you do that. That's absolutely fine. Just remember that one of these caps is the top and one of them is the bottom. So if you've got paper that it has an orientation, then think about that. I'm going to just glue that in, and then this last piece we'll glue on this side, but we won't be able to glue these two together until we lift it up. So I'll just do this first panel so you can see what I mean. I'm going to glue those two together. I didn't move my peg at all, but there we go. And now we're going to glue these two pieces together. So these are going to glue together like this, and when we do that, it will create this dome. Okay. So, sorry, I've started to get a bit of a snuffle, so it's making me cough as well. So let's hope we're not coming down with something. Otherwise, there's only one person to blame, and that's Christine at work, because she's had a cold for ages. In fact, her whole family have got something, some lurgy. Now, you'll see here, they don't quite meet in the middle. That is absolutely fine. That is normal. That's part of it. You're not going to get a perfect meet unless you are better at folding than I am. Okay, so we've made that dome. We're going to do the same with this one. So we'll just take a panel, pick it up and glue it on the edge. So the glue that I'm using, by the way, is just white glue. Is actually what I'm using a mixture of, so I'm running out of my art glitter glue, okay, and I can't at the moment, I can't get it out of here, so I've got some art glitter glue in there in this, and then I've added to it some paper glue, pen tart paper glue. So it's got a mixture of the two in there at the moment. Something I forget to tell you every time is what glue I'm using, but mostly it's art glitter glue these days, but I do have a bit of pen tart stuff, and I like it. I find it grabs just as quickly as art glitter glue, and also it's widely available in the UK, unlike sorry, I'm just folding that again because that didn't fold properly. Unlike art glitter glue, which they don't, I think it's this time of year that they won't ship it, so because the weather's so cold. So I think it's to do with, I think it separates. I can't remember. I can't remember whether it doesn't like heat or it doesn't like cold, but it doesn't like one of the two. So to be fair, if it doesn't like cold, I know how it feels. So now we're going to glue the last two panels together again, like I did before. And we create that kind of dome. And remember, this is a dome. You won't be able to do it flat down, otherwise it won't be a dome, Dave. There we go. We just move that round. Okay, so now we've got these two dome pieces and these. Okay, so this is going to go all the way round and it's going to meet in the middle. Okay. And then these are going to glue top and bottom like this on here. Okay, so first of all, let's take the peg off. We don't need that now. It's glued on. So we're going to glue these two bits together. So this is the long piece that we had. Okay, you're going to pick it up. You're going to, on the free edge, unglued edge, we're going to glue it, and then we're going to hold it together, get the dome together, get the dome shape together, and then we're going to pinch it in so that it glues, and we're just going to put a peg on that just to hold on to it so that we don't have to. And then once you put it down, it's automatically going to form the shape of this that this is going to glue onto, but this is just going to be a bit fiddly. I'll warn you, it's going to be fiddly, but just take your time gluing. So we're going to put glue on one panel at a time. If you want to go racing off and get giddy and, you know, do more, then you do more. That's absolutely fine. But I'm going to do one at a time because I'm showing you. So we're going to glue these two panels together here, and now we've got this kind of a box lid shape. Okay, I'm going to put a peg on there, and then we're going to move around. I can undo that one now. Move around to the next panel. So I'm just going to open it back, get the panel, put the glue in. I know, I feel like some kind of royalty every time. I can't do anything with my little finger, and it always sticks up. And it's not because I'm dead posh, and although I do drink my tea with it sticking out, but I do everything with it sticking out because it's not connected to all my other tendons, I don't think. So, okay, so that's pinched together. Okay, and then because you're going to get more tricky as you go around, because the distance you're going to be able to open this will get less. But I would encourage you to do it one panel at a time, rather than trying to get giddy and doing them all at the same time, and then you'll find that it doesn't sit together quite so well. Because it's all gone out of alignment. It's kind of just found its own stick rather than doing what you want it to do. Then this is the penultimate panel on this side. Pop that, glue that together. Got sticky fingers now, very sticky fingers. And then we've got this last bit here. Just pull the tab back a bit. Put the glue on here. And then we're just going to pinch that together. So now's the time, before we put the last panel on, for you to decide which bit you want as your top, which one you want as your bottom, etc. Okay, so just for ease, I'm going to use this as my top, and this is the time when you need to start thinking about what thread you're going to use or something to hang it by. Okay, so I'm just going to take a bit of this baker's twine. I'm going to get both my ends. I'm going to tie them together. So you also might want to think about where you want to hang this. Is it going to go on a tray, so you don't want it quite as long? You know, if you wanted it on a tray, you're only going to have a little tail, okay? But if you're going to hang it like in a window or something, you might want a longer one like I've done here. So I'm just trying to get it, trying to make my brain work so that I can tie it the opposite way around to the last one. So it won't come undone because it's going to be on the inside. And what you've got is a big knot there, and that big knot should hopefully stop it from falling through the hole. So you're going to push it through this hole. Okay, and then the knot will just stop it from going through. If you're concerned about it in any way, just pop some glue on there and it will just stop it from pulling through, and it'll glue on the inside as well. There you go. So now that's in place, we can now stick the rest on. So again, we're just going to pick a panel, use that as our starting point, and just glue. And then we're going to find the orientation we want. We want it kind of that way round, I think. And then we're just going to glue those two panels together, just like we did on the other side. Pop a peg on that one can come off now. Okay, and then we're going to move round to the next panel. So your string's just going to get in your way every time, because that's the law of of sod, or Murphy's law. I was going to say it's Murphy and Sod's law mixed together. Murphy's law or Sod's law means the same thing. We call it Sod's law in the UK, although we do know what Murphy's law is. So, you know, like when you drop your toast on the floor, it's always butter side down. Well, it's not always, but usually. Although I think that's something about aerodynamics, and yeah, it can get very complicated. The reasons why these things happen. So, just gluing each panel in the same way. When it gets to the point where your fingers are stickier than the glue inside, you'll start to pull it apart. So, just move your fingers out of the way and use a peg instead. And then we've got on this last panel here, put glue on it. Stick it together. And I really think that maybe we should be going back to doing these kind of old crafts, because there is far too much plastic in the world. We don't need it all. And we could be making nice things that, you know, aren't damaging to the environment, and also recycling at the same time. So this one, like I say, it's the bigger version, because this one was using a 2-inch circle, and this is a 2.5-inch circle. And then these panels are the things that I wasn't sure about whether I was going to put in or not. So I was thinking about putting them into the spaces where that didn't have much text. Although I don't know whether I want it there. I don't know. I can't decide. What I'm going to do is I am going to give it a bit of ink, though, because, you know, we're kind of making it look a little utilitarian. Why ever not? So we shall see what it looks like after we've inked it. So I'm just going to ink all those edges that you can see. Not as many edges as I can get. You know, I will get confused and I'll be like, which bit have I done, which bit haven't I done. I like it to look a little bit older looking, especially because I've used file folder. We've got that utilitarian kind of look. So this is what Margot makes in her office with all her old file folders. So you can be like Margot and have a utilitarian tray. Now, I personally think that would look fab. If I had more rooms in my house and I could have different themes, I'd definitely have a utilitarian tray. And if I had time at work, I might do the one at work in that way. That having time would be nice, though. There's so much to do at work these days. Just try and get a bit more ink on there, so I don't have to keep going back to the ink pads quite so much. Like I say, whether I know whether I've done a bit or not, I don't know. I haven't done up here, have I? Because I definitely haven't been around this string. Baker's twine, whatever it's called. So keep turning it round until I find the bits that are missing. There. Cool. Okay, so I think I've done all of them now. Not perfectly, but I've done them all. Okay, so then, like I say, you could stick these panels on. Now, do I want the panels on? How do I want them on? If I want them on every other panel, do I want them on all panels? Do I want them just around the middle? Do I want to use them at all? Let's just see what they would look like if they were just around the middle. No, I don't want them on at all. I really like it like that. So, but you could, like I say, you could take your panels and you could glue them on. You could have some nice contrasting things like I've done here with this gold on. This is actually like a shimmery kind of. It's more paper. It's 120 GSM. You see, look, this one isn't perfectly glued, so you don't have to be like perfect. So, because I'm not, so show me somebody who is. But there you go. So, and the other thing you can do is if you've got some nice beaded pins or things like that, you can put the pins in and glue them on all the joins. So you could have, or you don't even have to use pins. You could use little beads or whatever on all of those joins. But there you go. That's that kind of utilitarian one. I might just decorate it with a bit of, might have the odd stamp on it. Why ever not? Because we can, and maybe also because I've got billions of stamps and I should be using them. We'll use one of them. Might use a blue one. Different style of blue one. I'll go for a darker colour one. I'll go for that one actually. And I could maybe use maybe have one of these and have a bit of writing on it. Just put two together so I can just kind of think what I want to write. So just wanted to start it somewhere. Oh no, put that wrong thing away. Just gonna have that. Have that stuck somewhere where it's near the top, maybe. Let's put it here. And we'll put some stamps on it. And I know it's only one panel. It's my concession to. Oh, hang on. Let's take that off. Let's do a bit of inking around it. It's my concession to having something on it. So I did cut this out of paper where it had a different colour back, so that it could be use one on one side or the other. At the end, I ended up using not very much of either. Stick that on there. Not very well stuck, Dave. That's not in the middle. Oh, Dave. Pop that on there. I think we'll put a stamp on. Let's get this. He's looking a bit older as well. With this one, just dull it down a little bit. Oh, there's two of them stuck together there. I'll just use one though, and I'm going to have them sort of kind of stuck. There you go. Good use of English, Dave. And kind of, now they need to stick together first. Sort of, kinda. I thought we could stick them over, maybe like that. Yeah, I'll do that. So, just going to glue it. You can put whatever you like on it. Like I say, you can decorate it however you like. Those beads would look great on those joins. In fact, I might put a few stamps all the way around it, but we'll see. Anyway, but that's it. So if the thumbnail looks a bit different, that's why. But there we go. So that's my kind of concession to a utilitarian Christmas. So that's that. So I'm going to clear up and then I'll come back to you because we're going to do a very easy 5-pointed star. And I say it's very easy because it is very easy. I'm not telling you porcupines. So back in a mo. Okay, so we are going to make some stars now. So I've just cut some of my paper actually. I've just used, this is Pomander and then this is part of Fantasy. So we're going to use these because, you know, we can. So we're going to. So we're going to, first of all, you're going to take a piece of paper, sorry. And take a piece of paper. This measures 6 by 6. It doesn't matter what size you use. You just want it to be a square size. So this is 6 by 6 inches, okay? So that's roughly 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters. Is that correct? Yeah, roughly 15 by 15. So, and what we're going to do is going to turn it so that the pattern size is down, because that's the side we want to use, and we're going to fold it over in half, okay? And then this is where it gets a little bit more challenging, but once you've done it once, you don't need to do it every time. So you'll be like a whiz at it, and you'll get much easier at it. Now what you want to do is you want to fold this corner up to 1/3 of the way down here. So let's get my inches side of the ruler. If you are in a country that uses predominantly inches, yours will be on the upper side of your ruler, or you might not even have any other measurements on it, but like, because we're in the UK, we have both types of measurements. So what you want to do is you want to fold this up to the 3rd point. So if you think that this is 3 centimeters high, okay, 1 centimeter down from the top is 1/3. What you're going to do is you're going to take this corner and you're going to fold that so that that corner touches the 1/3 of the way mark down, okay? And then you're just going to put a score line in there. Okay, now whether you want to do that with a fingernail score or you want to do it with your scoring tool, entirely up to you. Okay, now you can take your ruler away. Okay, and what you've got here is you've got this bit that sticks out. So you've got this kind of shape. If you look at this as like a similar sort of shape to a kite, this bit is sticking out from the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over, and we're going to fold this in so that these two lines line up. So this was the side that we had originally, so you're folding it so that this new score line that you're doing comes to a point at this end, but lines up with that line there. Okay, doesn't have to be bob on accurate, but there or thereabouts. Okay, and then you're just going to put a score in there. Okay, so now you can see we've got almost a mirror of this. So this bit sticking out this side is almost a mirror of this bit here. So now we're going to flip it over the other way, and I'm going to fold this line to meet this line over here. Okay, and we're going to just put a score line in there. Okay, might have a little bit of an overhang, don't worry about it, it's fine. Okay, now you're going to pick it up and you're going to have it, you're going to turn it so that the point is away from you, so it's pointing away from you, and that this long skirt tail, yeah, is on, if you're right-handed, is on your left-hand side. If you're cutting the other way and you're left-handed, you want it on your right-hand side. So it needs to be the opposite of where you cut from. So if you're right-handed, it needs to be on the other side to where you cut from. In this case, it's the left-hand side. So, and then what you're going to do is you're going to cut from this corner here up to about the midway point here. It doesn't have to be accurate, so you don't need to measure it, but somewhere in the middle, around about in the middle. If you cut further up, you'll get a much more pointed star, much more starfish style with very skinny, longer legs. Okay, so we're going to take it from this corner here, and we're going to go up to the middle, and the bit that you cut off is your star. Okay, so this bit is just your waste material. So like, don't go unfolding this thinking it went wrong, I don't know what happened. It's the wrong bit, you're looking at the wrong bit. Okay, that can be thrown away. Now you can pick this up and you can unfold it, and then you'll be like starting to think, hang on a minute, how have I made a 5-sided object from a very easy fold? Well, you have, so that's how. So now what we need to do is we just need to shape it, and all we need to do that is you're going to flip it over onto the back, And then all of your short folds, all of your short lines, you're going to fold to this side. So you're just going to go round, work your way round, fold all your short folds this side. So you've got your mounting fold on the blank side, and that's just your short folds. Yeah, you'll do that all the way round, and that's it. You kind of come back to that bit, then you flip it over, and now you're going to do all of your long folds on this side. So you're going to make sure they are folded on this side. So you're just going to pop them through and fold, and just fold them. And remember, it's got 5 points, and so there you'll do 5 scores, and that's it. And that is your 5-point star. So simple. However, whatever size you do, big or small, same theory. Okay, so we'll do it again. So turn it over so that it's facing, the pattern's facing down. Fold it over in half. Yeah, take your ruler. This is exactly the same size piece of paper. This is 6 inches again. So our third of our way point is going to be the 2 line, which is 1 inch from the top. I'm going to take this corner to meet that mark there. So just line it up. It's pointing directly at that 2 line. It's not going to lie flat though, is it? Be a pain. There we go. And then we're just going to put a score line in there. Yep. So once we take, then we can take the ruler away. And we're going to flip it over. We're going to fold this so that we have this point towards us. We're going to fold this so that this lines up with there. Okay, so it's going to fold and it'll look like that from the back, but we're going to do it this way round. Flip it over, fold it round, keep your finger on the corner, lie it down so it lies flat with that edge, and put it down and score it. Try not to move it, Dave, like you did. There you go. And now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to make this line. So this edge, again, we're keeping it in the same orientation, so it's pointing towards you. So the folded bit is pointing towards you. We're going to take this and this flat edge and line it up with this flat edge. Okay. I'm going to go across, keep hold of that point, put it down, and then put your score lines in. Okay, so there again, it's pointing towards me. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it round. So your skirt tail is hanging down, the longest one is hanging down to the left hand side if you're right handed, to the right hand side if you're left handed. Okay, so I'm right handed, so it's going to go to the left hand side. So this is the longer part of the skirt tail. It's pointing away from you, so all of the folds are on this corner. It's pointing away from you. From this corner here, this one, confusing because there's like these here that are just slightly out of alignment. Don't worry about those. You're cutting from that corner here. So this one here that you can see on top of my nail. From that corner through to about the middle, cut it through and cut it off. The stuff in your hand is the waste material. The stuff that is just cut off is the star. So you're just now going to unfold all of this, open it out, and then flip it over so that we do all of the short sides first. So all the short sides you're going to fold onto this side, make the mounting fold on this side, all the way around, making sure that you've got them all. So remember it's 5-sided, so there'll be 5 of these folds. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to flip it over and you're going to do the same again with your longer folds on this side, pinching them through to a mounting fold on them all the way round. Put that mounting fold in, there we go, that's your star. So, and we're going to do one final one, and we're going to do a bigger one this time. Okay, so I'm just going to move things out of the way. So this is just some pearlized paper. This is actually 8 by 8 this time. I'm going to fold it over in half. Now you do want paper for this. It's not going to be easy trying to do it with card. You'll end up getting cracked lines in it and all sorts of things. So fold it over. We're going to now put this on this side. So this is 8 by 8 this time. So you need to find what the quarter distance is there. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to flip it over and do a quarter of a way down, because this is 10 centimeters. So 4 inches is 10 centimeters. So I know that a quarter of the way, sorry, a third of the way is going to be 3.3-ish. So I'm going to bring this over to about 3.3-ish. And then put the line in there. Inches. What is that in inches? 1 1/4. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? So, just I don't work with inches normally. So scoring that line in, that's my quarter point there. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to turn this so that we pinch the corner in and marry that line up to meet one another. Cut this paper's a little bit thicker than the other stuff, and put that score line in. Then we're going to flip it over. I'm going to bring this line to meet this line, again pinching that corner all the way over, putting that score line in. Okay, again, like I say, it's just bigger version. Skirt tails down this side, shorter ones on this side, because I'm right-handed. In from this corner here, but you're cutting through all of it, so don't just cut that bit. It won't come apart. You've got to cut through it all, but you're using that as that corner is the bit that needs to be in the very butt of your scissors, and then you're going to cut all the way through to about the middle way. You can tell this is thicker paper because I have to go hack at it. This is waste. That goes away, and this folds out into a star. Okay, there we go. That's your star. And then remember, what we're going to do is all the short sides. It doesn't matter on this one because there's no top or bottom. All the short sides through, all short folds, sorry, through on one side. All the way round. Yeah, flip it over and do all the long sides on the other side. All the long bits. Folds, sorry, not bits. I know what I'm talking about. And then there we go. That's it. And then you can fold it out a little bit, and there you go. That's your three-dimensional star. So we've made these are what I've made prior to it. All that scrap paper that you had, we made this before. From this template, you can make Christmas decorations till your heart's content. And let's start making some, having a bit more family time together, making these kind of things, and worry less about buying that plastic stuff that will end up in a landfill. At least we know this will rot down. So that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, my name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception. And that's until you give me a reason not to. So you know what I would suggest? Don't give me a reason not to. And I will see you all in the next video. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Really does help my channel. It is starting to help my channel grow. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you to the old subscribers. Thank you to those lovely, generous people that have given me some money through Ko-fi or through my Buy Me a Coffee. It really is helping, especially this time of year when we're all trying to do other things, etc. So if you want to buy any of my digitals will be linked in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much, folks. Lots of love. Lots of hugs. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.